It is the top-rated local television newscast in all of Canada, and the primary source of news for many in the province of British Columbia. So when changes happen at Global BC's NewsHour, people take notice. 2 years ago, INET reported on the departure of Tony Parsons, longtime host of the Global BC NewsHour, and now another high-profile figure is leaving the station. Weatherman Wayne Cox has hosted the weather segment on the NewsHour for some 20 years, and over that time he has established himself as an icon in the province of British Columbia television broadcasting. Wayne, his Hawaiian shirts, and his sense of humor will be missed by television viewers and Global BC staff alike.
Here we go.
Wow.
Huh?
I thought I would never see this.
Can you believe it? We're in the Weather Mansion. And look at the treasure trove of tackiness.
Whew, 100% polyester. Don't light a match around this baby. You'll go right up.
For 2 decades, this has been Wayne's uniform from May 24th to Labor Day.
I used to go outside and do the weather a lot, and it was a lot of times down at the beach, Kitts Beach especially. And so I was just about to go out there, and I thought, well, hold it now, I can't wear a jacket and tie to the beach. What do you wear to the beach? Well, you wear one of these.
He started in radio 44 years ago, went from Quesnel to Kamloops to the big leagues in Vancouver, and then he moved to television.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Vancouver, it's The Vancouver Show.
It's been a few years since you've been on the show. 40 years to be exact.
Wayne called every day to get a chance to be on the show, and finally they gave him an audition and he was off and running.
Why didn't I think of that?
Having a 2-hour live show meant you had to book a lot of guests. Everything from a sword swallower to Dustin Hoffman.
Best made films I've ever been in.
And of course the annual bikini contest.
What, can we expect to see you shortly on the pages of Playboy magazine?
Well, probably next spring.
2 hours live every night, and we interviewed anything that moved and drew a breath.
At Cerdell Carpets, we see your home as a challenge.
He's also done quite a few commercials over the years, some of them soft sell.
Some get lots of traffic back and forth. Rugged twist country.
Hi, folks. Pacific Western has a sale on seats. They're real.
And others? Not so much.
Just like new, only been flown by a little old lady from Kelowna.
And here's the man who can talk about almost anything.
And then there were the game shows Wayne hosted. Talk About.
It's good to have you with us again.
Acting Crazy. And remember this classic?
Second Honeymoon!
But little did Wayne know he would end up with a different gig.
And hello to you.
A cameraman friend giving him a tip on a new show. The Weatherman on BCTV's weekend morning show.
He says, I threw your name in, would you be interested? And at that time I was freelancing, doing all kinds of different stuff. And I said, sure, why not? I'm not doing anything Saturday mornings.
But he was very busy on Saturday mornings. Wayne was usually out and about, sometimes fishing.
So how's it going, eh?
Sometimes begging for coffee.
Oh, look at this, a cup of coffee.
And oh yes, forecasting the weather.
And what a beautiful day for a parade.
While Jen and Squire did the news and sports.
2.
You're going to get run over. Oh!
Oh, my goodness.
Wayne. My goodness.
I'm all right. No, I just sort of got trampled a little bit.
I won't open it all the way.
Don't do that, it's bad luck.
But when Norm Groman decided to retire, this was his last news hour. Who would take his place? Who else?
Norm, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks very much, Wayne.
Thank you, Norm, and everybody.
At that point, Wayne came in out of the rain, but the way he dressed for the studio was more casual.
Polyester index, well, it was a beauty. How many we get to today out of a possible 5? Oh, it's a perfect day.
And a certain very powerful person didn't appreciate his style.
So I wore that, and at the time, our news anchor, Mr. Parsons, was horrified, absolutely horrified. What are you wearing? Yeah, oh no, he thought it was like an old pair of drapes or something like that. So just to antagonize him further, the next night I wore one of these, you see.
Wayne loves to laugh, but he is serious about his charity work.
Thank you very much, and welcome to Variety Club's 28th annual Show of Hearts.
For many years, he's been doing Variety, the BC Miracle Weekend, the Orphans Fund, and so many others.
Lobby, and we have a whole bunch of volunteers here to help out the NW Orphans Fund.
And if you're a regular viewer, you know that Wayne puts a photo on the air every night. But did you know that Wayne gets at least 30 photos a day? We did the math, and he has received some 60,000 pictures from across BC. That's a lot of photos.
That's a wonderful way to just keep in touch with people, because they, not only send a photograph, but they'll send a little note, maybe what they're doing or what, where this is. I'll miss hearing from people all over BC.
Pens, get your coveted pens. Oh, gee, look out for that cab.
But Wayne has also given things away. Pens in particular.
The coveted BCTV ballpoint pen.
And suddenly, everybody wanted one. Because they were coveted.
Look at that. This is the first decent break I've got at a BCTV this year.
How did the idea of Wayne's pen get so huge? He wanted to give out a little loot with our logo on it.
The coveted BCTV ballpoint pen, yours to keep, cherish, use in good health. And I know that's the only reason you really came down here today.
Wayne, you rock.
So I went to the promotion department and said, hey, I'm out there for 3 or 4 hours. Maybe you've got something I can give away that has a logo on it, or like a shirt or a hat or something. Shirt, hat. Think we're made of money?
But the pens evolved from BCTV to BCTV on Global. And oh yes, then there was the signed Wayne Cox pen. And then they got especially spiffy.
I would guesstimate in excess of 10,000 coveted ballpoint pens.
Wow,
yeah.
All coveted.
They're very much sought after.
Coveted.
Oh, very coveted.
Mostly cloudy, get some sunny breaks.
What Wayne doesn't really covet is BC's weather.
We got another rainy weekend coming up.
It can rain anytime.
More snow. Lots
it can snow anytime. It seems the sun is seldom out.
Saturday is cloudy. Sunday the rain returns. Showers.
And apparently, British Columbians think that's Wayne's fault.
Rain, 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 and more rain.
It's always puzzled me as to why I get blamed for bad weather, but Chris or you don't get blamed for a war or an earthquake or whatever else you're reporting on.
Wonderful people have sent shirts in. This is all quilted.
But the people of BC have been so generous. They've sent him quilted Hawaiian shirts.
See, they're all little individual buttons.
A Hawaiian shirt he couldn't wear.
Stained glass.
And the pièce de résistance, the one and only Hawaiian parka.
Full parka, baby.
Wayne Cox is a professional. He's taken his role as weatherman seriously. But why do we love him? Because he made the weather fun. Wayne, we're going to miss you. And those tacky shirts.
Well, will you miss them? I wonder.
I will miss them. They've become a part of me. An everlasting part of me, unfortunately.
They're going to tease you and ask you where your Hawaiian shirts are for the rest of your life. You know that, right? Gorgeous.
It speaks volumes. It truly does. It speaks volumes.
Well, you're going to miss that, aren't you, Wayne? We'll send you an MP3 file of the snow report music.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
You can always think of us.
Miss it. Really.
You know, I was heaping praise on my lovely wife, Jerry, for all these years of putting up. But my children, too. Imagine how you must feel being the child of a weatherman guy. And, you know, the abuse that must be heaped on them in school all through the years. So Ryan and Tyler and Chelsea, they've stood by me.
There they are. Well, it was funny, too, when I heard you say, what else am I doing? I'm not doing anything else on Saturday morning when you first got the gig.
But I remember
didn't you have a family?
I remember when Chelsea was born, because we were doing a Saturday morning show, and you said to me and Jennifer May, they're not on camera, but off, I'm going to have to do this job for about 18 years until that kid grows up.
And wouldn't you know it?
Well, and the very day...
She's a UVic student now, isn't she?
Yes, UVic student. But the day Chelsea was born, your husband, Roger Hope, a cameraman, snuck into the hospital, BC Women's. You're not allowed to do that. And with his camera, and he took a shot of baby Chelsea,
wee.
hours old. And, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And he's to blame for me being on the Saturday show to begin with. He's the guy.
Is.
Oh, he's the guy that submitted the.
Quite something,
hey,
my
put your name in the ring.
That's the guy. That's Roger. And Squire and I, we were both, at the very beginning, we were both kind of freelancing around.
You only worked 1 day a week?
1 day a week. And so, you know,
1 day a week.
we really had nothing to lose.
No, we
no. That's why I was juggling behind him.
And you're sort of going back to that schedule now, is what it
It's
sounds like.
weird.
You'll see how much freelance stuff you pick up, I'm sure.
Very strange.
Don't be a stranger around here. You're always welcome.
Well, I don't want to be maudlin, but I mean, there have been a lot of great broadcasters come through the station. But I've said to people before, I have never, ever seen you get flustered on the air. Not
It's never
once.
happened.
I've never seen you drop the ball ever.
The Prince.
Might happen now.
Television.
High praise. Well, we'll see. We got a little something planned. Why don't you come stand over here with me, Wayner?
I'm going on. We're moving from the couch.
We're moving from the couches. We're coming over here. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a surprise to you or not, but Tim Perry, one of our producers, came up with a great idea to immortalize you forever, a la the Canucks or maybe the Ring of Honor.
Careful now.
Oh boy, I almost got clipped in the head with it. So we thought it would be fun if we raised one of the shirts to the rafters for you. I believe Larry has rigged this whole thing up. And so there's a good chance it's not going to work.
Make sure you button that up. This is
Larry, I'm just kidding.
From our special defects department.
So what do you think about this? This is going to be, and this will stay in the rafters forever.
Or until someone rips it down.
As we raise it up, let us
music
remember
and
the contributions Wayne has made to weather and to fashion.
I'm weeping openly.
Why don't we get your family in here? Come on over, you guys. I'm sure there's a shot we can get with everybody in here.
Oh boy, isn't that something?
Is something.
I can't.
Chris, you're getting that going to the scene. Not.
I know I'm going to be in trouble by inviting everybody in here. But look at that.
Cow,
I mean,
Going to be up there with
I'm honored.
with Norm Grolman's Halloween costume.
What, did Larry pass out? Is that as high as it goes? Is that? I thought it was going right up into the rafters.
Well, I guess you're going to keep it in the shot for a while. I guess so.
We'll keep it in there a little bit. Chris, thanks very much.
Thanks.
We should point out as well, Monty did the editing on the little retrospective.
He did a great job.
He worked so hard on that, and he loved every moment of it as well.
We worked hard. Yeah, thanks, folks.
Fantastic.
I'm going to miss you guys. I'm going to miss you guys a ton.
Love you, bud.
Yeah,
we'll stay in touch.
Squire.
It was good every day.
Deborah. And the people of British Columbia, too. I mean, all the times we spent traveling around when we had the show on the road and everything. Met a lot of terrific people, and going to miss you folks. But hopefully surfacing somewhere, sometime, somehow.
I like
With
you
a
least expect
ballpoint pen in your hand.
With a ballpoint pen.
And, you know, actually, you still have one more forecast, don't you?
Actually, I do. Yeah, 11 o'clock tonight. I don't know if I'll make it.
Well,
what are they going to do? Fire me?
No.
Thanks so much to your family, wife Jerry, Chelsea, the boys,
Julie
Ryan,
and Tyler, and Ryan,
Julie,
and Danielle. Oh my!
Thank you so much, Wayne.
Thank you, guys.
Talk to you later. All right, that's the News Hour. Have a good night. And there it is.